The combo of the day, a medium action lightning rod, recently restored with a Daiwa PS10. Unbeatable reel, man. These things are just workhorses, man. Been throwing them since I was 13 years old. Shut up on age. Anyway, today's video is how I restored this dude. I did not touch the finish, but it came to me about a year ago. It's been kind of sitting on the back burner. It came to me a year ago, and all of the wrappings were faded. I mean, the black had turned like a brownish green, and it just looked awful. So I stripped it down, not the finish, but the threadings. I stripped down, saved all the guides, and I've been wanting to restore this thing for a while because everything else is in really good shape. This is a 1984, possibly 85 era rod. And I figured, let's do a video on how I do some of these wraps. And let me do a disclaimer. I am not a professional rod builder. I mean, I do what I do. That I've learned through years and years and years and years of building rods. But I kind of enjoy more of restoring stuff than I do anything else. So anyway, let's take a walk on the wild side of this kind of stuff. Are you ready to run a gun? It's time for blast off. Let's go. Hey guys, Todd here with you. Welcome back to Bassin 101. I think I'd do a special treat for you guys today. I'm going to restore this old lightning rod and show you how I do some of the wraps on these things, because it is a very complicated wrap. It really is. It takes some time to get used to this. Now there may be a simpler way of doing this. I'm just showing you how I came up with it, because you're not going to find, as far as doing these kind of wraps right here, you're not going to find this on YouTube. I promise you. You're just going to have to figure it out for yourself. And I already did that. So if any of you guys have any old lightning rods or whatever, and you want to restore them, this will give you an idea how to do it. If you have some that you want to keep, but you want to rewind these things, contact me. Let me know. My email's there. If you do email me, make sure you put Bassin 101 in the title so I know that there's an email there, because, man, email's funny. I get emails, I don't even know who it's from. I ain't got a clue what's going on with email half the time, because I'm a simpleton. I'm a simple kind of redneck. If I don't know what it is, I delete it and keep on going. So put Bassin 101 in the title so I know that you're referring to me, and I'll definitely read it. But if you want to send some of your old lightning rods to me and stuff to help to redo them or whatever, by all means contact me. I can work out a deal with you. I don't charge very much for stuff like this. I just enjoy doing it. So let's go to the video, and I'm going to voice over this. So if it comes out kind of funky-fied, you'll know why, because I'm voicing over this, because you don't want to hear what's going on in the background, because I am fussing and cussing and everything else in this thing, because it's not the easiest thing to do in the world. But let's go ahead and start this thing. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is show you the colors I have. Bright red, bright yellow, bright orange. It's an NOCP thread, size A, which means it's color preserved.
so it's not going to change color when you clear coat it. I had already done part of this rod on some of the wraps. I want to start all these wraps on the bottom of the rod. Where the trigger is, that's the bottom. And what I'm going to do is I have equal amounts cut of the red, yellow, and orange, about 3 feet. I'd rather have too much than not enough. What I'm going to tape these on either side of the spacing where the other wrap used to be. You can see there's a scar there on the blank where it used to be. And this is on the bottom of the blank. Try to get everything centered. What I'm going to do is I'm going to loop all 3 colors loosely. And I'm going to tie these off to the blank, or actually tape them off to the blank. The reason I do this so they stay out of the way. You don't want these constantly wrapping and wrapping and wrapping, because now you're going to unwrap it when you're done with the black. Now to my right side of the rod holder, you'll see where I've already done the first part right against the reel seat. And I also had to put a new winding check on there too, because the old one was just dry rotted. So it's got a brand new winding check, brand new threading. Now I got everything taped off. I'm going to do the black. This black is also the exact same thread, NOCP color preserving, size A. And this is going to get wrapped in the middle. And I'm going to have the 3 colors coming off each side of it. I'm going to cut off a tag. Use my burnishing tool and clean it up. As you can see here, I've already got the first side done. I apologize, the video has seemed to have disappeared. It's in internet space somewhere. I apologize for that, but at least I got this side here I can show you. As you see, I've already got the red started. I'm loosening the yellow and the orange. To do this, I had loosened all 3 of them, tied the red down. And before I tied the red down, I wrapped the yellow and orange together just like I did the 3 of them. Sometimes they'll get knotted up, but overall they come out all right. I said screw it. I just broke it off. I still got plenty to work with. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm unwrapping the orange and the yellow. I'm going to take the yellow. And I'm going to wind it up. Alright, here I started the orange. And I'm cutting off the red. And the way I do this, I run this off at a 45. Now you see how I did that right there, running it off at a 45. I'm going to tape it off. Now I'll unwrap the yellow, and I'll use that to tie off the orange. I was doing this on the other side, same way. And when I do the other wraps, I do those the same way as well. I'm going to put some tension on it. Get a good grip of that thread so you can keep good tension on it. You don't want it too tight, but tight enough that orange ain't going to slip. I do about half of my wrap. These are all roughly about an 1/8 inch wide. I'm going to take that off. And then I'll do a loop knot to tie it out, like you would any other kind of rod wrapping. I'm sorry I lost the rest of the footage on this one here, but what I did is this is a single foot guide, halfway up with the orange and yellow. Red goes all the way across because you want a band of red in the front and the rest of the 3 in the back, and you want the black in the middle. The black actually holds the guide down. And like I said, I'm going to wrap this black all the way up it and just leave just enough room for the red at the very bend of that guide foot. And again, I apologize for missing video footage. I had this whole entire rod recorded, and most of it just poof disappeared. Take the burnishing tool, straighten everything up. Okay, what I got here is UV40, actually it's U40 Permagloss. It's a urethane rod finish, and this stuff goes on like glass. It's a lot thinner than epoxy, which usually takes about 2 coats. This stuff takes about 4. 3 to 4, depends on how thick you put it on. I put it on pretty thick because it lays out nice and smooth. Air bubbles are hardly ever an issue with this stuff. I mean, it really does a good job. And it tacks up in about 45 minutes to an hour, and you can apply your next coat. What I like about this stuff is it's still tacky, and you can keep applying coats to it, give it about 24 hours, and it's hard as a rock. Dries clear, flexible, and just like glass. I know I'm going lengthwise with the rod blank here, but like I said, air bubbles are hardly ever an issue with this stuff, unlike epoxy. Sometimes epoxy will do that. And again, guys, I apologize for not having all the video footage of the rod wraps. I do plan on doing another video just to show you how I did the wrap, so you get a better idea step by step on how I did it. And that one won't be a voiceover. I'll just do that one as it is, so you can see exactly how long it takes to do one. But this stuff right here is the deal. And the brush cleaner, which you see sitting beside there, is the same stuff, U40 brush cleaner. The only drawback if you decide to use U40 is it needs to go in a glass container. You see the glass jar sitting beside the bottle, and you seal that up and you keep it in the fridge. I've had this stuff now for close to 3 months, and it's still going. As long as you keep it in the fridge, keep it cold, it'll do really good. Now there's a new winding check. Look at that glassy finish. Like I said, I didn't do the rod blank. The rod blank was still in good shape. A few little nicks, but it wasn't too bad. And there's all the wraps. Like I said, I'll do another video to show you how I did the wraps exactly, so you see how long it takes to do one. And right after this footage here, I've got 3 pictures. I just wanted to show you what the wraps look like before I put finish on them.
Well, guys, there you go. That was, that takes a while. I'm not really sure what my labor is on that thing. Couple, 3 hours, at least three. I mean, I don't know. But that's the deal right there. You know, the new winding check, the finish on that, I mean, that's just as classy as all get out. Look at that. And all the colorings and everything else. Again, I really apologize about the video just disappearing. A lot of it is. Matter of fact, I had to re-record this ending because it just poof disappeared. You know, poof. Holy me. Anyway, like I said, there's going to be another video that I'm going to do that's going to come out next week. It's going to show you how I did these right here. Basically how I did the center and how I did the guide. So that way you get one-sided wrap and a two-sided wrap, because this is basically two of that. Other than that, there was even though it was a headache and everything else, it was still fun to do. You ever had those kind of deals where everything was a headache, but at the end you were like, man, that looks really good. And to be honest with you, I went to grab this rod off the rack with my other two lightning rods back here, and I had to double check, see which one it was, because it matched the other two really well. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and like I said, if you've got lightning rods you want to do, now you know how to do them. If you've got other rods you want to restore, not just lightning rods, and maybe you don't want to do them yourself, contact me. Let me know. Let me know in the email down below. And like I said, title it Bassin 101, so I know it's an email from this channel. Other than that, I got tons of emails coming in. I ain't got a chance to read them all. So if I see Bassin 101, though, I'll definitely read it. And I'll definitely get back with you. So until next time, guys, tight lines to you. Hope the Father bless you in keeping Yeshua's name. And as always, fish on. Man, look at that right there. Just, oh. Bring it.